Hey, folks, it's your Canadian Info Warrior back at you again for another week. Aren't you lucky? Bunch of lucky dogs you are. I think there's 12 of you subscribed to this channel. You're all pretty lucky to be getting me a second week in a row. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, new video is up on Canuckistan Reacts channel. And some of you may be wondering, because now this is the second video in a row that I've done from the same content creator. So some of you may be wondering about that. Truth is, I was basically, I said it in that video too, I was searching through my subscriptions and even on my feed, which, you know, isn't really all that different from my subscriptions, but that's the algorithm for you. But I was checking for videos that would be good to do a reaction to, and really all I could find was another one by Kentucky Ballistics. So that's what we got, is another reaction video to another Kentucky Ballistics video. So that's that. Oh, hey, you know, some of you may be wondering what this is back here. Shout out to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. This is my buddy Christ. Gotta have one of them around. That's my buddy. He watches over me. So what's going on in your world this week? I don't really have a lot to talk about. Maybe you can put something in the comments. Maybe you can suggest something. Maybe there's something going on in your world that you'd like to get my opinion of. I don't know why you would, but maybe you would. And if you would, say so in the comments section down below, because I'll look into it and try to give some thoughts on the matter. Like I say, I don't really have a lot to talk about right now. I'm thinking about possibly starting to do live streams, you know, with super chats and that, but honestly, I really don't know how to do it. And I've got OBS Studio for recording my videos, and it does have a streaming feature, but how do you get the YouTube super chats? I don't know. And that's important, of course, because that brings in money if people donate, right? So you may as well have it running if you're going to do a live stream. Give me a moment here. I have to fix this stupid chair. I think you guys saw that last week too, where I had to readjust my chair. I guess I've had the chair for probably 6 or 7 years now, and I guess the O-rings are starting to go in it. It is a chair made for heavy people. It said it would support up to, I think, 350 pounds or something like that, or 400 pounds. And I'm only, well, what am I down to now? 288 last time I checked, but probably about 286 now if I was to check again. So anyway, this chair should be more than capable of supporting my weight, even though it is excessive. But I guess the O-rings are starting to wear out in it, because it's every now and then it just starts to slowly go down. It just boop, boop, boop. And it's really annoying when you're sitting in it and it does that. Because it doesn't usually, sometimes it'll just go straight down, but it doesn't usually do that. Usually it just goes down a little bit and a little bit and then a little bit. And you feel that sort of jerk every time it goes down. It's not fun. So I guess pretty soon I'm going to have to drop another $300 on a new one. I found a good one on Amazon. It says it's rated up to 440 pounds, which I'm never going to hit. I mean, I'm under 300 now, and I'm shooting for 2. So, I don't think I'm ever going to hit 4. But if the chair supports 4, then I know it's good for 280. So, yeah. And it was $249, I think, on Amazon. So I'll probably be ordering that soon. And Jesus, I didn't get myself anything to drink before I started this. I guess we're going to have to make it a short one this week. Anyway, I decided that I was going to turn my old computer, which I had still been using a little bit, but, well, here's the thing. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in a previous video or not, but my ex and I, we slept in separate rooms because of my schedule. There was just no way I was going to get any sleep if I was in the main bedroom. I think I did say this last week. So now I've moved everything up to the main bedroom now that she's gone, etc., etc. Okay, so now I've got this computer that I'm recording on right now. I just built this thing this year. This spring I built it, right? Yeah, or near the end of middle of winter, something like that. Anyway, it's not even a year old. And when I was living downstairs, I was using the downstairs computer more. When I built this new one, the computer that was replaced by this got moved downstairs. So, and it was still a decent gaming computer. So I was still using it when I was down there, and I found myself using that one more often simply because coming up here, it was just too hot for me. It was unbearable. She liked to keep it at 77 degrees, and I like to keep it at 70 or less. So I found that I was using the downstairs computer more often than the upstairs brand new computer. But now that I've moved up here, now I'm moving this one, and I find that I'm hardly ever going into the basement except to do laundry, which I know I said last week. I remember saying that. So I decided that I was going to turn that computer. I was going to just keep it as for downloading movies and such, just a torrent computer. But then I decided I'm going to turn it into a NAS, network attached storage. So I downloaded TrueNAS. When did I do that? Yesterday? Yeah. I downloaded TrueNAS yesterday, and I installed it and set it all up. And now it's viewable from this computer, and I can go on to the web UI and do whatever needs to be done there. But it's not yet viewable by my TVs. And what I have to do for that is I have to install Plex, as far as I know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I've done some research on this, and Plex seems to be the only way. I have an Amazon Fire TV. I have the Amazon Fire TV in the living room, and I have a non-smart TV in the bedroom with an Amazon Fire stick. So they're both Amazon Fire. And from the research I've been able to do, what I've been able to find out is that I have to install Plex if I want to be able to access my movies from the downstairs computer on either of the upstairs TVs. But I don't know how to install Plex. TrueNAS, if I go and I sit at the downstairs computer, it doesn't have a GUI. It's all command line. But if you go and you sit at another computer, you enter the IP address of that computer, then you get this web interface. So I don't know if I can use that web interface to install Plex, and I want to install QTorrent as well, or if I have to go downstairs and do it all command line. So I'm actually going to talk to my brother-in-law about that, because as far as I know, he's using the same setup. He's got an Amazon Fire Cube on his living room TV, and he's got his NAS. But yeah, I don't know if his living room TV is a smart TV, and if it is a smart TV, what kind of smart TV? Is it a Roku? Is it Amazon Fire? I don't even think Amazon Fire TVs are available in brick stores. I think it's only available through Amazon. But yeah, I don't know what he's running. So I'm going to have to find out, because like I say, I can't watch anything on my TVs yet. And that's what I want. I want to be able to download movies through Qubit Torrent and then watch them on my TVs. So that's the plan for this week. Actually, I'll be having dinner with him tomorrow for Father's Day, so I'm hopefully going to talk to him about it tomorrow and find out what I need to find out, and then maybe tomorrow evening when I get home, I can set that all up. So we'll see. And yeah, I didn't really have much that I wanted to talk about this week. And it just occurred to me to tell you about the NAS. And I guess that's about it, because my mouth and throat are getting really dry because I didn't bring anything in here to drink. And I don't really have anything else to talk about. So go over to Canuckistan Reacts and watch my latest video, and know that in the future, it's not going to be just Scott and Kentucky Ballistics. I'm going to search for other content that I can react to as well. But Scott is one of my favorite channels, so you probably will see him again. It's just, it won't be every single week. So with that, I bid you all adieu, bon nuit, and we'll see you next week.